is our OT200, and this is designed to give us full room coverage with our 8 system. I'm going to show you. The bar can easily be pulled into place, the hoist will slide along the bar, and the bar can move anywhere to give you full room coverage. The important thing is at the end of using the hoist that it's actually returned to its charging position, and that's all lined up there so that actually the battery will recharge now. You can see that that happens because when the battery is charging, this light will light up. In terms of features, we have a simple control that shows the hoist lowering and raising with our up-down arrows. As you can see, the hoist cradle has a loop system here, so a sling can be attached via the loop system. So here we have our little light system. This green light here is showing that the hoist is fully charged and ready to go. If it needs charging, or if it is charging, the battery will light up, and if you just refer to your wall sign, that will tell you all the sequencing of the lights. If it requires any maintenance, the maintenance light will light up. Again, this is the time that you need to contact Astor Bannerman or your service provider, and they will actually come and service this and check out what's wrong. The other feature to note is the emergency stop button. So if there's any problems at all, or if there's a power cut, you can pull this out, and as you can see, the hoist automatically lowers. One thing to remember, this will also lock out the whole system. So if you need to get the hoist working again, you do need to reset that by pushing it back in. You hear the click there. Push it back in, and then we're good to go with actually using the handset to actually raise the hoist again. So often you may find that somebody's saying the hoist isn't working. Just double check that that emergency button hasn't been pulled out by clicking it back in again, and then the hoist should be good to go. The other thing to note is this little hook here. This has been added because people tended to pull the hoist along the cradle, along the hoist system, using this as a lead. And what we were finding is that was actually pulling this cable out and actually stopping the hoist from working. So to prevent that, we've just added a simple little hook, which means that now that can't happen. So do just double check that that's all intact and that the wire is being kept safe out of the way. And finally, just to remember, as I mentioned earlier, make sure that after use, the hoist is nicely back into its charging position. So you can see the arrows all lined up and the hoist will be charging nicely. So just to run over again, the handset control features, we have a simple up and down buttons, and then these extra buttons on here are for different hoists. Some may have a recline and an upright feature. Most of the hoists do not have that, and if it's a 4-function hoist, you may have this left and right traverse button. Instead of moving the hoist manually along the rail, then it will actually move by just pressing the button. So this is very simple to slide the hoist along the rails. The H system allows you to move the rails around the room, and then the hoist can easily be slid into place and then lowered over the piece of equipment to help to lift somebody off, or to lower somebody onto the changing table or onto any of the other pieces of equipment.